You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. That conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. How do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, my God, I'm going to change something. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your stem. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Hey guys, how you doing? Mick McQuillan here. Welcome to FHL, Freedom, Health and Lifestyle. And of course, we're on episode 64, the importance of planning. And of course, we're going to cover some things in this, but really we're looking at 16 weeks to look and feel the best you felt in a decade. It's personal development with a lifestyle plan. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Click the notification button so you'll know when I'm on. Usually I'm on with Joey. I don't know whether he's going to get on today. I know that he was on doing maneuvers, but I think he's back. But I don't know whether he's going to be back on here today. But again, look, this is personal development with a lifestyle plan, and we're going to get into to some stuff in relation to planning. I should have a plan here, right? Shouldn't I? I should have a plan. But again, look, 16-week challenge, tactics and solutions. Rule number 1: eat what you want, whenever you like, and you understand it's going to move you closer or further from your goal. And of course, we'll get into that a little bit later on. But look, right now, let's talk about, a plan. Let me see. Where is... So, the importance of having a plan. So, a plan is crucial because it provides direction and clarity in both personal and professional endeavors. Makes sense right away, right? If you've got a plan, you're moving in a direction, right? So When you create a plan, you set clear goals and outline the steps needed to achieve them, making it easier to stay focused and motivated. A well thought out plan also helps you prioritize tasks, allocate resources effectively, and avoid distractions. That's a big one. Avoiding distractions, right? Certainly social media, scrolling. Maybe you're on here now scrolling, right? TikTok, whatever, right? And that ultimately leads to more efficient use of time and energy. Without a plan, you're more likely to drift aimlessly, wasting valuable resources and opportunities. So, moreover, having a plan prepares you for unexpected challenges. While things don't always go your way according to the plan, having a roadmap allows you to adapt more easily when circumstances change. A good plan typically includes contingency strategies, making it easy to adjust your course without losing sight of your main objectives. This adaptability not only helps you stay on track, but also fosters resilience, giving you confidence to overcome obstacles and move forward with greater determination. That all makes pretty much sense, right? I think we're done. So go away and do that, and you'll be on track. So what does all that mean? Like, not having a plan is a plan, right? So, but you want to have a plan, because if you've got a plan, you kind of, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. So is a plan a goal? I don't know whether a plan is a goal. I suppose you can plan to achieve a goal, right? So what is your goal? What is it that you want to do? And if you're not doing what it is that you want to be doing, well, then maybe you need a new plan. So look, I would encourage everybody to make a plan. Having a plan is important. We have, when we started our business, we had a business plan. And if you're thinking of starting a business, one of the first things you want to do is have a business plan. And of course, there's tools out there that you can use, like Trello. Trello is a great place to create, plans and have things in order. When I worked in construction, we always had a plan on how we were going to do something. And we would draw it out. We'd have schematics. We'd have all kinds of different things. We'd create a program of works, which was literally a plan of what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, how long it was going to take to get that part done before we moved on to the next part. So, I think you probably have a plan. You probably have a daily plan as to whether you know it or not. You probably have routines. These are plans that, you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have a cup of coffee first. I don't know what it is that you do. So maybe if you want different outcomes, maybe you've got to create new routines. Maybe you've got to create a new plan, a new morning plan for what you do in the morning when you wake up or when you get up. I think the last time, I can't remember who I was talking to. I don't know whether it was Joe or whether it was Peter that I was talking with, Peter Darrell. And if you don't know who Peter Darrell is, you can find him on my Facebook page. He's an interesting character. And, we were talking about starting the day right. I think it was with Joey, actually. And every day we get that opportunity to start the day right. So, like having if you've got a plan of action, for example, on what you're going to do today or tomorrow or the next day or whenever it is, the key is then to follow that plan. But just like I was saying a moment ago, you've got to have contingency strategies to be able to adjust your course, because plans fail sometimes, right? So you can't let the failure get in the way of the goal. And of course, look, everything that, like, I have a plan for tomorrow, right? I know what it is that I'm going to be doing. I know how I'm going to achieve that and get those things done. Will things go according to my plan? No, I'm certain that there's going to be some spanners that get thrown into the mix and different things. But again, it's about adapting, right? And I'm sure your day is like that too, that you have to learn to adapt. But look, I suppose with the 16-week challenge, there's a clear plan in place on how you can look and feel the best you felt in a decade, and there's tactics and solutions that you can follow. But again, it's really up to you. Well, look, this is episode 64. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, click the notification button. and that way you'll be notified when we're up, when we're on. And get involved. Don't forget, look, comment, or and if you've got questions or if you're unsure about something or what I'm even talking about. Well, look, I think let's have a quick look at. So, provides direction and clarity in both personal and professional endeavors. What could they be? They could be relationships, right? And everything's about relationships. The relationship, with your spouse, with your partner, relationships with people at work. Do you have like a plan for those things? Do you have clarity, on that plan on how you want your relationships to develop? Because if you've got good people around you, you can be capable of doing some amazing things. And what about that relationship with yourself? What's your plan for your relationship with yourself, for your own personal development, for your own mindset? I know that I would certainly think about what it is that I'm hoping to achieve. Like I've got a notepad here, and I write down on it what I want to get done. And I do that every morning. It's something that I used to do in construction. I used to write down, everything, even down to the weather, what the weather was like that day. Now I couldn't plan for how to change that because I can't change the weather, right? But I could plan on what I was going to do based on the elements and the things that were going on. So having a plan is crucial. So set clear goals and outline the steps needed to achieve them. Now that can be, you can do that on a big scale, right? So you could set like a 30-day plan. You could set like a 90-day plan or 120-day plan, even like a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, and de-chunk it right down to the daily things that you need to be doing. Like I'm working on something at the moment, and I literally know exactly what I need to achieve to get to the outcome that I want. And to be honest, I think I've kind of got it well and truly planned out as to how I'm going to do that. And of course, there's some other things that I need to do as well, but I've got to put the plan into action, right? You've got to take action as well. So even if you've got a plan, so you've got to stay focused and stay motivated. How do you do that? I think, you do that by consuming yourself with your outcome, with your vision. You've got to live that vision. We talk about this quite a lot. You're gonna experience it twice. Once, in your mind, and the other in reality when it's achieved. So a well thought out plan also helps to prioritize tasks. Makes sense. This is about routines, right? Allocate resources and avoid distractions. The distractions are the big one. That is the big one, right? Because I can get distracted really quite easily with different, and usually it's those spanners that get thrown into the mix, like you have a plan for the day, and then you get a phone call in the morning and it changes everything, changes the plan completely. But again, you can be distracted just going home, watching television. You can be distracted by other people, other things that influence you. So, look, I suppose when you're not being distracted, you've got to be focused. Which, and if you're focused, it ultimately leads to more efficient use of your time and energy. So it's about consuming yourself with the vision. This is just my opinion, like you can do with it what you want. But look, without a plan, you're more likely to drift aimlessly, wasting valuable resources and opportunities. And of course, I suppose, look, we're all guilty of that, right? It's nice to take some time and maybe go on holiday and just relax for a little bit. But, like if you don't have any plan at all, how do you just doing the home to work routine, getting up, going to work, coming home, before you know it, like the years gone by. Like I know at the beginning of the year, I had kind of set goals to do things differently. And we're only really now putting those things in place. It's taken like nearly 9 months just to get into a position to put things into play, to make things happen. And there's been lots of conversations that I've had and different things, but it does take time. But look, you can break your life down into different areas, whether it be personal development, whether it be health, fitness, whether it be professional work and different things. And maybe you're on track in some of them, and maybe off track in others. But again, it's about getting balance, right? You need balance in all areas of your life. And there's some interesting things on that. Maybe we'll get into that on a different show. Maybe we'll look at that maybe next week. And of course, there are some good resources out there. I might introduce you to one next week, which I find very interesting. But look, let me see. Right. Prepare for unexpected changes. Telling you, it happens every day. I don't know what you do, but like I've got a business, and of course, when you have a business, like things are fluid, things are changing all of the time. My calendar changes daily sometimes. My wife would often say, "Oh, what do you want to do this weekend?" And sometimes I'll be like, "Not even sure I'm going to be around this weekend," But again, look, they're just things that you have to deal with when you're in business for yourself. And if you're in business for yourself, more power to you. And if you're not in business for yourself and you've just got an executive job or you've got a job or whatever, again, more power to you. I'm happy for you. If you're thinking about starting a business, first thing you need to do is just make a plan, right? You've got to create a plan, and understand what it is that you're going to do to help somebody else. Because I suppose that's what our business is all about, helping other people feel better about something that makes them feel bad. That's what we do in our business. And it's a privilege to be able to do it. I love doing what we do. But again, having a roadmap allows you to adapt more easily when circumstances change, and they do. Now, of course, there was certain things that happened, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, which I don't think any roadmap allowed for anybody to adapt more easily when those things happened. But again, it's how you deal with it, right? What kind of contingency strategy do you have in place if something like that was to happen again? Do you have a contingency? It's worth thinking about that. Starting a business is definitely something you can do in the online field. But again, it depends what you're interested in. So I would definitely look at some of those things. Right, okay, give me 1 second. You watch this while I just get a quick refreshment. Hey guys, how you doing? Mick McQuillan here. Great to be here with you today. And of course, look, sorry for the interruption. So we're here to talk about freedom, health, and lifestyle, specifically health, right? And the 16-week challenge and how this can help you look and feel the best that you felt in a decade. Okay, now I will get into the freedom part and the lifestyle part a little bit later on, but right now it's about the 16-week challenge, about looking, thinking, feeling the best you felt in a decade. And of course, the 16-week challenge comes with a whole bunch of tactics and solutions to be able to help you do this. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle plan. Why would we have rule number 1 if this was a diet? And what's rule number 1? Eat what you want whenever you like, in the understanding that's going to move you closer or further from your goal. So to take part, what you need to do is go to the Facebook page. The link should be on the page right now, and you can download your freedom, health, and lifestyle goal sheet, right? It's in the featured post section. So look, go and download the freedom, health, and lifestyle goal sheet, and then you can message that to either Joey. His details should be on the screen right now, or you can email it directly or send it to me over Facebook on my Facebook page. Again, the link should be there for you right now. And of course, this can kickstart your 16-week challenge. All we'll do is have a conversation. We'll get back to you. We'll start a conversation and see how we can help you. But really, the 16-week challenge is a gateway to freedom, health, and lifestyle, right? Because on that 16-week challenge, we're going to teach you the other elements on how you can get freedom, whatever that means to you, whether it's time freedom, financial freedom, whatever it is, and the lifestyle elements, living a lifestyle with purpose. So go to the Real Mick McQuillan Facebook page, featured posts, download your goal sheet. Now, get back to the show. Go on, get back. Quick, get back. He's a good-looking guy, that guy, right? All right. So that all makes a lot of sense. And again, look, if you're thinking about doing something for yourself, and you want to put a plan in place, right? Maybe you just need some help. Maybe you need, some mentoring or some coaching. I'm going to recommend you go here, risethriveglobal.com. And if you've never been to that website, go there, because I think it'll be of interest to you. They have, I'm partnered with them. They're a great organization. And again, they provide mentoring, coaching, and of course they have a business plan there that you can actually follow to create the lifestyle that you want. So I would definitely encourage you to go to risethriveglobal.com, fill out all the information. There's not a lot, it's just a little form that you fill out, and and someone will be in touch with you to see how they can help. And of course, make sure you let them know where you found out about the site. But again, it's about having a plan. What do they call it? I can't remember. What it. I think it's Nick that said person. I think he calls it personal development with a business plan. Whereas obviously I call this personal development with a lifestyle plan, which is exactly what this is. Certainly if you're thinking about getting in better shape, which is just one aspect of or one area of your life that you might want to take control of. One of the easier parts that you can take control of, because you're in charge of what you put into your body, right? And what action that you take, what movements that you make, to improve your overall fitness, and whatever that is. But again, it's about having a reason why you might want to do that, and having a clear plan and a plan that you can follow. But look, reach out, get in touch, because we can sort you out with that for sure. It's not a big deal. But again, go to this website, risethriveglobal.com, and learn more about personal development with a business plan attached to it. And again, it is about following through on those plans. You've got to take action, and start before you're ready in some cases. But again, great contingency that maybe life's already perfect for you. And if it is, great, I'm happy for you. Maybe you can get in touch with me and tell me how you're doing it. But look, it should be fun. If it's not fun, you probably shouldn't be doing it. But sometimes you've got to do stuff that you don't want to do, right? And that's what business is all about sometimes. Doing things that you don't necessarily want to do to get an outcome that you want. I think anybody who's in business for themselves probably does things that other people aren't prepared to do, which is maybe why some people are more successful than others. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But again, having a plan you can follow just makes life easy, right? And maybe you want to plan to have a contingency plan that if something happens, a trigger event that happens that's outside of your control, maybe a job loss or something like that, you need to have a contingency in place or a strategy in place that you can earn money so that you can live, so you can buy shopping and eat and have food and pay bills. So I don't know what your reasons might be, but maybe you're just comfortable at the moment and you're happy there. Sometimes you've got to get outside your comfort zone, right? Because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. And if you're unhappy with your current situation, you got to make a change, and start with a plan. Make a plan, one that you can follow. And if you're unsure what to do, go here, risethriveglobal.com. Great bunch of people, headed up by Linda Proctor, wife of Bob Proctor. And if you're familiar with Bob Proctor, you'll know about his work, and of course, his book. Joey and I were doing his course there. You Were Born Rich, amazing course. You can go back to the earlier episodes here. Fascinating stuff. Definitely worth reviewing. Right. Is there anything else that we need to talk about when it comes to a plan? Let's just have a quick look here. So having a plan is crucial because it provides direction and clarity in both personal and professional endeavors. When you create a plan, you set clear goals and outline the steps needed to achieve them, making it easier to stay focused and motivated. A well thought out plan also helps you prioritize tasks, allocate resources effectively, avoid distractions, which ultimately leads to more efficient use of time and energy. Without a plan, you are more likely to drift aimlessly, wasting valuable resources and opportunity. When it says resources, do you think it's talking about time? Could be time and tools or whatever. Moreover, having a plan prepares you for unexpected changes. When things don't always go according to plan, having a roadmap allows you to adapt more easily when circumstances change. A good plan typically includes contingency strategies, making it easier to adjust course without losing sight of your main objectives. The adaptability not only helps you stay on track, but also fosters resilience, giving you the confidence to overcome obstacles and move forward with greater determination. That all makes a lot of sense, right? It all makes a lot of sense. So look, I'm excited for you if you've got a plan. If you don't have a plan, you know where to go and get one, right? So let's have a look. I'm going to finish up here. We're going to stay to 30 minutes today, maybe. And I'll be back with you next week, and maybe we'll talk about some of those other areas in your life that maybe are just a little bit out of whack, or maybe not quite in balance. And I can show you some resources. Actually, there's some good ones out there. In fact, let me just see. I just want to see, because I passed them on to somebody the other week, and what did they say? I just want to quickly see if I can see. Yeah. So I sent this this resource to a young lady called Kelly Moraine, lovely young girl, and she said, this is what she said: "I can't thank you enough for putting me onto this. Such an engaging read. I'm loving all the mindset and perspectives that have been laid out. I've never come across anything so structured in helping you visualize to achieve your personal goals and purpose. I'm very appreciative to have received this, and at the perfect time in my life. It is aligned brilliant." And again, we'll get into that next week. These are just some of the tools, and maybe I might be able to get on a guest to actually talk about it. If I can, that would be great, actually. I'll have to reach out to them and see if I can get them on, because they know much more about it than me. I just kind of use it as a tool to kind of give myself guidance, But anyway, listen, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, click the notification, and of course, do it now. Don't wait. Just do it now. And remember, this is personal development with a lifestyle plan. If you want personal development with a business plan, I'll post the link up there in a second. You can have a look. But yeah, have a great week, and make a plan, right?
Can you change everything by changing your mind?
Ahead an hour that could change the way you think about the world.
Our guests can help you do that. They are Bob Proctor, who went from high school dropout to best-selling author.
So excited for you to meet our next guest, because I believe they can help you completely change your life. Please welcome Bob Proctor.
One of the most sought-after speakers in the world of personal and professional coaching and company training.
Tonight on Nightline.
Recognized as a living master.
You can tell me what you want. I can show you how to get it. Hello there and welcome. What did you think of that last statement? If you can tell me what you want, I can show you how to get it. Do you know, I remember very clearly the first time I heard that. It was around 50 years ago. Earl Nightingale said it. If you can tell me what you want, I can show you how to get it. Now, someone else got me to listen to that. And he said, "Bob, your way's not working. Why don't you try his?" And I did. And my life changed like night and day. I'll come back to that in a minute. Right above me, you'll see the words, "When you tell us what you want, we will show you how to get it." You see, it's the Opportunity Alive team. There's a team of people ready to go to work with you to make things happen in your life. Do you know, we've got a little book here, and it says, "Working is the very worst way to earn a lot of money." You may have this. And I point out inside how you can actually get anything you want. Most people don't believe that. And I wonder why. It's because of the way we're programmed. You see, when I had someone sit down with me many, many years ago, I was losing. I was going in the wrong track, and I was going fast. I was earning $4,000 a year. I owed $6,000. I had no formal education, no business experience. See, I had no reason in my mind to believe that I could win. But this man told me, his name was Ray Stanford, he said, Bob, most people spend their life thinking of why they can't have what they want. Why don't you begin thinking of how you can? And that's what I want to suggest you do right now. Do you know, I picked up something here a while ago. It was written by Robert Heinlein. He wrote a book, Strangers in a Strange Land. He said, in absence of clearly defined goals, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until ultimately we become enslaved by it. We become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia. What do we mean by that? Well, we just do dumb things. We don't do anything really constructive or to really make it happen. Now, that was more or less the message Ray gave me. And he got me to look at what I was doing. And he got me to understand there is a better way. Think of this for a moment. 3% of the population earn 97% of all the money that's being earned. The economy really doesn't have much to do with it. We can create our own economy. We're God's highest form of creation. It's a matter of utilizing the potential that we've got inside. Well, I'm working with a group of people that want to work with you. I would be on your team. So, you know, in this little booklet, I point out that you could become a millionaire. Now, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a system. It's a system that'll work every time for every person. I remember way back in the 60s, I picked up a book by W. Clement Stone. I believe he was the wealthiest man in America in 1970. He wrote a book, The Success System That Never Fails. He said it'll work for every person, every time. And I thought, I wonder about that. Well, if you've got a system that produces a result, and one person follows the system and they get that result, and then another person follows exactly the same system and they get exactly the same result, you've got a winning system on your hands. And there's a company I'm working with, and I'm working with their people worldwide, and they've got a system. I have installed a system, a support system, where I'm going to work with you, and I'm going to help you win. So if you happen to get one of these little books, everything in it is fact. It's really true. It's going to happen. And if you haven't got one, ask the person that sent you here to give you one. And you'll find out that I'm here. I'm working to help you win, and win in a big way. You see, I wasn't satisfied with winning. This was way back in the 60s. I took my income from $4,000 over $1 million. And I was raised with the idea if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really bright. Well, I never thought I was really bright because I had never done very well. And I found out that wasn't true because I was earning a lot of money, and yet I didn't think I was that bright. I have found there's people functionally illiterate that are earning millions of dollars, and I've also found others who are absolutely brilliant and they're broke. Why? We're following the wrong systems. You see, you and I are programmed. We're conditioned to think of why we can't do things rather than how we can. Just start paying attention to the conversations that are going on around you. They're shockingly negative. People spend a lot of time talking about the economy, talking about how bad things are. Well, I'm going to tell you, the Opportunity Alive team that has made this statement that sits above me is ready and willing to show you a system that will blow you away. You see, the real secret to earning a lot of money is to have multiple sources of income. You don't have one source and maybe get a part-time job and maybe have your spouse working. No, wealthy people have many, many sources of income. And that's what I can show you how to do. This is the most moral form of compensation you've ever seen. Now, you're not going to earn $1 million overnight, but I can show you in a couple of months how to be up to a couple of thousand extra income. In 6 months, take it higher than that. And ultimately, if you stay with the system, you can earn millions of dollars. I have earned millions of dollars. In fact, for the past 43 years, I have worked all over the world showing people how to become millionaires. There's thousands of people that'll point to the system that I've shared with them that helped them earn millions, and it'll help you. Do you know, you and I have deep reservoirs of talent and ability within us that we've got the ability to bring to the surface and apply in our life. We can be happier, we can be healthier, and we can be a whole lot wealthier. Do you know, the whole universe operates by laws. In a movie I made, The Secret, I pointed out where Dr. Werner von Braun said that the natural laws of this universe are so precise that we don't have any difficulty building a spaceship, sending people to the moon, and we can time the landing with the precision of a fraction of a second. I have been in the business of helping people for a long, long time. I'm very good at it. No, I'm not much good at anything else, but I don't want to do anything else. There's a person that I work with that knows me that has asked you to come to this site, or they've given you this little black book that I put together. And you can get these, and you can send people here. And we'll build a team for you. But the person that sent you is a person I'm working with. And I want you to go right back to that person and say, listen, if Proctor's for real, if he can do what he says, I'm willing to give it everything I've got. See, you're not giving it a chance. You are giving yourself a chance. Buckminster Fuller pointed out one time, you don't change things by fighting existing reality. To change things, you build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Well, I'm going to show you how to build a new model. That's what my coach or my mentor taught me to do many years ago. And that's what I'm prepared to do for you. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, when you turn this off, don't go and ask someone who knows nothing about what I'm talking about what they think. They'll give you an opinion. They'll give it to you for nothing, and that's about what it'll be worth. I want you to go right back to the person who sent you here and say, what's the next step? And then he'll put you on the system that I put in place that'll show you how to win, and win in a big, big way. This is Bob Proctor, and thank you. Go to that person right now and say, show me the next step.